I just uploaded a video which shows that cases of monstrous murders of 3 members of my family, including poisoning 3 kids, are high-profile cases. So I compared it with the case of major drug trafficking case Joannica. Same thing happened in both cases, in my cases and in that drug trafficking case. So police and prosecution ignored everything. Actually, in this case, police and prosecution, in drug trafficking case, police and prosecution ignored that threats that police officers working on that drug trafficking case received. In my case, police, prosecution and courts, because you can file crime report to courts, ignored everything. They haven't acted on a single crime report I filed, and this second video is also showing that, although I mentioned that in showing this from another perspective, although I mentioned that in this video as well. So it's about ignoring my requests for cases. I can get cases that are related to me, no matter if I filed crime report for that case or somebody filed crime report against me. And in order to do that, I will do the same thing in order to prove that this same thing of not giving the case happened in another case, high-profile case, and that is a case of murder of the lawyer and also politician Vladimir Cvijan, high-profile lawyer, high-profile politician in Serbia. So in order to do that, I will do the same thing as in that previous video. I will show the relevant article. That it's this article, and what is really strange is that when I search for my channel, my YouTube channel, this is what I get, and then some rubbish. This is a sort of, I don't know, that was just a search on the Georgievich keyword. These are some rubbish, these 3, and this is actually the article which proves my point regarding not giving the case to me, and that same thing happened in Vladimir Cvijan murder case. So the not just prosecution officers but also police and the courts refused to this very day. So more than almost 7 years since I started filing crime reports, they refused to give me a single case. So this is against FOIA or Freedom Information Act. There are certain cases where they can do that, but in this case, this cannot. In cases of my monstrous murders of my family, this cannot apply. So when I search for my YouTube channel name, and I get this article that this is exactly the article which I'm about to create, to use to show that monstrous murders of 3 members of my family are high-profile case on this other ground, on ground of not giving me the cases, not just on ground of the ignoring by police, prosecution, and in my case also courts, and of course all other state institutions, even private companies, so social workers, judicial officers and so on and so on and so on, public judicial officers and so on. Okay, so I'm going to open this article. It's Nova. Actually, this is N1, but they are referring to Nova newspapers. N1 is CNN branch is in Balkans. Before I open this, I'm going to show something very interesting. These are pictures, of course. I mentioned I created, I think, 2 or 3 videos where I shows that YouTube is not, actually Google is not showing here the group related to videos, only with images. They showed it for a certain period of time, but they now stopped, and it is clear here that it's my YouTube channel name. I can try additional results, maybe they will show when I tried when I click these additional results, maybe they will Google maybe Google will show videos group. But before I do that, and after that, I'm planning to open this article. I need to show this. So it says here new drilling machine, but my my video, a screenshot of my video is shown. So if I click here, so it says here this is my video, call me pigs, and it says here new drilling machine. And even if I open this, it is really new drilling machine. Tech Planet.
Geothermal energy generates about
Ads. I will. Well, this is created 2 months ago, but I don't know, maybe they added, maybe YouTube added my screenshot of my video somehow. Maybe it's a bug glitch or anything. I don't see that here. And I'm watching down there these pictures. Okay, so very strange thing indeed. And now I'm finally going to open this this article. So this is Vladimir Crivijan, a lawyer and politician who is murdered, and actually I have several videos where I mentioned him. Okay. He's probably mentioned in the in description. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, he's mentioned in the description. So I'm comparing his case of his murder, and cases of monstrous murders of 3 members of my family in terms of hiding information of investigation, so not giving cases to me. And this also happened in case of monstrous, not monstrous, actually I don't know if it is monstrous, but guy, by the way, this is international case because before he was murdered he lived in the United States. So I will translate this. And I think I mentioned that in the video that I just showed on my channel. So it is very interesting how short, and again empty parentheses. let's see if I can open the actually I will open it after I translate this. Okay, so it says here DA prosecutor, chief prosecutor without punishment for hiding cases about Vladimir Cvijan. So I'll translate these first two, then the other two paragraphs. So okay, so the misdemeanor court in Belgrade suspended the proceedings against prosecutor Nataša Krivokapić, the former head of higher public prosecutor office, higher instance prosecution in Belgrade, which is prosecution that was dealing with major cases in Serbia, such as fall of military chopper when 5-day-old baby died, then the drug trafficking case Jovanjica that I just mentioned in video. I mentioned in video I just published. The last video I published, and some other cases. So this is one of the most important prosecution offices in the state in Serbia. Also, there are prosecution offices like the ones for organized crime. They're also very important, and the ones for war crimes, and of course prosecution of appeals. These are the most important prosecution offices, and Supreme Prosecution Office is above all of them. This is the highest instance of prosecution in Serbia. So this very important, and she was actually at that time chief prosecutor. So this extremely important prosecution for the state was hiding information about murder of this guy. So due to statute of limitations in whose jurisdiction was the case that was formed after the body of politician Vladimir Cvijan was found, writes Nova, so newspapers Nova. Lawyer Ivan Ninic, who filed a complaint against the prosecutor Krivokapić after repeatedly demanding that he be provided with information and insight into the case, so FOIA or Freedom of Information Act, told that newspaper, so Nova newspaper, that the decision on the statute of limitation is the best proof of how people in the judiciary protect each other. So even worse things happened here, because this is only one case and I have like 50 cases of monstrous murders on my family. And of course I'm working on 50 other cases, in total 50 cases of international organized crime related to Serbia, and one of them is illegal arms trade. It can be seen in my on my YouTube channel that I proved United States federal government is behind that. So you search arms or DOJ, especially this one. This is very interesting video. 2 months ago, uploaded 2 months ago. So let's see the two other paragraphs, and it is important here to mention that a lot of people told me that I should hire a lawyer to and of course to pay him to work on my cases, on cases of monstrous murders of 3 members of my family, which also include poisoning of 3 kids. I always mention this monster who murdered 3 members of my family when I create video on monstrous murders of 3 members of my family. So this is the monster, a real stupid bitch and degenerate, and this is her sister who vouched for her. Both of these 2 stupid fucks have major psych issues. I really need to move to videos because I cannot really watch them, look at them. Okay, so let's see what else. So this case, this article proves that it doesn't matter if a lawyer is involved, when real mafia is involved in the case. It doesn't really matter if you're a lawyer or not. And by the way, I did way more than any lawyer or lawyers will do, not just in my case, but in cases of the illegal arms trade and that other case of Jovnica case, which is a major drug trafficking case. And again, in all other those cases, so 51 cases of international organized crime related to Serbia. So Ninic filed a complaint, lawyer Ninic filed a complaint against Natash. Well, actually, it's a crime report, not crime complaint. I don't think crime complaint is a proper term, because complaint is something related to decision, usually of court and similar. So I don't see any reason why crime report should be called crime complaint. But anyways, crime report also exists as the concept. But again, I think that everything that's filed related to crime should be called crime report, not crime complaint. So Lynch filed a complaint against Natasha Kirilenko in July 2021, stating that in her capacity as the head, chief prosecutor of higher instance prosecution of Serbia in Belgrade, because there are this type of prosecution offices in other cities such as Smederevo, where my father lived. They are the main prosecutor office, which covers up everything related to monstrous murders of my family and poisoning 3 kids. So she did not provide access to information regarding the Cvijan case. In his request, the lawyer asked to be provided with information on whether the case Cvijan in the previous period carried some other marks and numbers. So meaning that it was maybe international case or case that was hiding some important figures, politicians and so on and so on, foreign ambassadors and stuff like that. Then whether it was combined with another case, this is very important. And what all the documents make up the mentioned subject, or are part of the mentioned subject or case. So obviously the murder of Vladimir Cvijan is a high profile case. Again, it's international case. Same goes for cases of monstrous murders of my family, because Interpol is involved as well, not just FBI and United States Department of Justice. So Interpol. So in both of these 2 cases, prosecution offices, and in my case also the police, courts, other other state institutions, and even some companies, some labs, and so on, refuse to give me any case so far. So 7 years, it's almost 7 years, it will be 7 years in in January, 6th of January 2024. Today is 7th of December. So in less than a month, it will be 7 years and 2 days since I started officially filing crime reports. I did that even in so first time I did it, it was in the in summer 2016, but I cannot really count that as official because I don't have the copy of it. I don't have proof that I filed. It was actually not crime report, but a request for a autopsy of my monstrously murdered grandfather. So prosecution officers refused to give me, still refuse. Again, it will be almost 7 years now. They refuse. Even highest instances of prosecution and all other institutions still refuse to give me a single case related to monstrous murders of my family and poisoning 3 kids. So this proves without any shadow of a doubt that that monstrous murders of my family is indeed a high profile case, and it's also international case. So I will finish here, and I need this video and that video that I just uploaded. It also proves my monstrous murders of 3 members of my family. This case proves that these cases are high profile cases. So I will need this for next video that I'm about to create, which is about presumption of innocence, when presumption of innocence no longer apply, or when someone is presumed guilty, or more precisely, or to say it in a different way, when presumption of guilt or guiltiness apply. So I will need these two videos to in order to create that video on where presumption of innocence no longer apply, because I plan to create them later, but I created them actually this video and this video that I'm now recording, not this video, sorry. So I plan to create them later, but it turned out that I need to create them now before creating that video on presumption of innocence, which is extremely important context. Sorry, I wanted to say concept. Sorry about that.